what did you do before PTing?
So I started off as a mechanical engineer.
In uni?
No. So I went and done an apprenticeship. So 4-year apprenticeship, and I done it for 1 year. And so I'm got to therapy. So right now, like, so obviously,
I know Paul as well. Because
so
if anyone that's listened to this will know the name Paul.
Right.
He was also the producer. So everyone
so
knows that he was
him.
my therapist as
so
well.
obviously, like, I've been doing a lot of reflecting, and if you asked me this probably 2 months ago, my answer probably would have been different. But I can now look on the last 10 years of my life and going, oh, that's how I actually planned it, and that's how I ended up here. And I can be a little bit easier on myself of where I'm at. But I know where I'm going to go forward is a lot better. So I started off as an apprentice because I hated school. That's no job I wanted to do. Fucking hated every minute. And but it's a job where you need to do your job well, or the place isn't, this big multi-million-pound place isn't going to run. Do you know what I mean? So you need to be on the ball. You need to have checklists.
Who was the company?
So it was I done. Do you know DL Steelworks in Motherwell?
Oh yeah.
See the big tall tower?
Yeah.
So it started in there, and then Valeric. So
I know what that is as well. One of my friends used to work in there.
Oh, who?
Stephen Fisher.
Oh, I know Stephen.
I went to school with him.
Right. So that kind of job, you need to plan out things. So like I can look at it and go like, oh, I had a planning background, and then fucking my life went whoop. So I went to the plumbing with my stepdad, who alcoholics, etc. 4 months in, never showed up. I was unemployed. I had nothing. So this is when...
What age are you?
22? Okay. Is it 22?
I don't know any of this.
21, right? I know not a lot of people do. So, because it was Stuart was on our podcast and he spoke about the brew, and I was like, fuck, man.
I've been on that as well.
I've been on the brew, so that hit. And I was like,
I had to go to. That's a fucking... That'll make you fuck up your ideas. By the way.
This is the point in my life where everything changed. I was taking drugs. I was fucking doing all this shit. And I was unemployed as fuck. I had no money, not one bit of savings. And I was living with somebody who I really didn't like. And I was like, this is fucking terrible. I was like, I need to go to this right now. Like, right now. I think I was unemployed for 7 weeks, but I'd found wee jobs. Like, somebody was like, you can do this for a day, you can do this for a day. I was like, cool. Any job you could do, I was taking it. It was like unloading lorries, all that shit. And then I went and got the brew. They gave me 250 quid for the month. I was like, nah, fuck this. How can people do this? And got to the job centre was the terrible part. Mm-hmm. You needed to go every single week.
Mm-hmm. That's the worst part.
And you needed to show them what you were applying for.
Applied for this job, I swear.
And I was like, right, and they're like, have you not applied for any other jobs? I was like, no, because I want this.
They tried to get me to... I'd worked in Tunnocks and Lee's in Coatbridge, which is basically just factories, like packing like food. It would just be me and like 8 Polish people, like packing.
No, that's
food, and like no one would speak English. But then I ran out of work with that, and I'm like 19. Do you know they tried to get me to work in a warehouse for free, like volunteering work to gain experience, and the only thing I had experience in. Mm-hmm. All I could do was pack tea cakes.
Aye.
I was like, at least fucking customer service or something, give me experience in something else for free.
Mate, honestly.
And they were like raging at me. I was like, are you fucking fit?
I'm not doing this for fuck all.
I'll get, like,
give me a fiver.
It makes less sense.
Aye. So, like, genuinely.
Give me a fiver.
At that point in my life, I was like, what? Is this it? Is this it, man? I was like, well, there must be more to this. And I done jobs in a place just down the road, and it was like packing all the whiskey and all that, or putting the caps on.
Those jobs, mate, are terrible. Oh, so bad.
Hard work, mate.
Oh.
You're grafting your tits off for £10 an hour. Like, fair fuck. I'm not. And this is where I say to everybody, if you can't get a job, you're lying. Because these jobs are there. They'll text you saying, be there for that time. Cool. I mean, it's no nice, and it's degrading a wee bit, but there's jobs, and it will pay you. And they'll pay you on time, and they'll pay you the money that they say. They're not going to fuck you. So see anybody, honestly, see people that tell me, I can't get a job, you're fucking at it. Because I went and got a job all the time. I got 250 quid after the brew. And then my dad met somebody and said, they're looking for work. I was like, right, I'll be there. Went, and I get put on the shitey job straight away. Basically, there was a packer, and it would like, so you would put 2 tubs of paper rolls on top of each other. It would wrap it, and you would put them on a pallet. I'd done
this for like 2
done
years.
it for about a month straight. And then obviously they'd heard me talking, and they're like, this guy's a bit too intelligent to be doing this. But mate, I'd went down to here. So I'm humble as fuck because I've been, when you start as an apprentice, you get the piss took out you beat you're younger. To go back to that again, right? I was like, fucking hell. None of this was my fault at this point. So
Take responsibility, mate.
no, none of this was my fault at this point. Like, everything that happened was external.
Out with your control.
External stuff. So then started working in there and got to the better job, but never really, you don't get paid any more in the warehouse no matter where you work. It's just a better job. It's just no a shite. It's just no a shite job.
I loved getting put on like the pallets.
Aye,
Like taking them away. That was my favourite job.
mate.
They go, you're on the pallets today, and I was like, can I be on this all week? And they're like, do you want to be the pallet man? I was like, aye,
Aye.
I'm the pallet man.
It's fucking. There's some jobs in the warehouse you're like, this is actually
Because
alright.
I basically didn't have to be on a time schedule when they done that. They just went like, as long as these get put up the top once they're packed. So I would just wait on them being packed and then go on my phone. Oh, this is class.
Aye.
£8 an hour, thank you.
I get like, I think I was 10.80 or something. Do you know what I mean? Maybe 11 quid by one point.
Wow.
So
Minted. That's a good
minted.
wage.
So I'm staying with my dad at this point, and then I worked there for about 2.5. So I worked there until obviously COVID hit, and then we get furloughed, and we kept going walks, and I was like, this is a shite life. This is a shite life. I hate this. Do you know what I mean? I had no savings by this point. I'm like, I'm only seeing fuck all in front of me. Do you know what I mean? I'd stopped, obviously the gym's shut. I wasn't even enjoying the gym before because I wasn't enjoying anything. And then my Chinese had shut that I used to always go to. And I was like, you know what, I'm going to get a delivery job. So I went, wrote my name and number on all this piece of paper, and I went round 40 Chinese and Indians locally. And I put it through that one, and I got a few back. And I was doing shitey jobs, and I was maybe making 50 quid in 7 hours sometimes in these shitey places, right? And then the Chinese that I went to says, we can give you a Friday. I was like, no bother. And then he put me in the group chat, and by the way, you want a Sunday? I was like, cool, so 2 in the one day. So I go in for the first Friday shift. It's only open 3 days because it was shut for 6 weeks. And I'm like, this is going to be busy. So me and my girlfriend at the time were doing it together. So we're going to help each other.
Relationship goals.
So I'll be fair, see, at this point in my life, she helped me out big time. Like, she would start the shift early for me, and I would go straight for my shift, like, once I started back work. So what would happen, mate, it was the busiest shift ever, and I made £190 in the first day.
Right.
In one night. Right, 6 hours work. And I was like, that's class. Done it Sunday, same again, and it was deliveries only. And it was deliveries
It's
only.
mental what can seem class to him because of what he had before.
No, you should talking about that like it is. Like my
But it's
first
like
kitchen-
perspective in
I
it.
know.
'Cause of
Very
what you were
easy
coming
job though,
from.
mate. Like, see, once you know the numbers, see, once you know all the streets, no thinking.
Nice.
There's no mental stress. You just get in your car, you pick up the deliveries, and you go. And I was making about $2,000 a month for the Chinese, right? And then I got an extra day, and then I got so I had 4 days a week, and then I go back to my normal job, which is 50 hours a week, and I had 5 days by this point, and I kept all 5 days, and I done 50 hours a week. I done that for 3 months, and then I got cut down to 3 days. So by this point, I'm working like 70 odd hours, and then I'm quitting this job. Once I quit, I've not been to the gym in well over a year by this point, right? Not gymmed a full. I was like, fuck it, I had no time. I was working 78 hours every single week. But at this point, probably saved up about 25 grand.
From the Chinese.
Aye.
No.
So it's like fucking, I'm fucking balling. COVID's coming to an end. I still haven't been back to the gym. I didn't go to the gym when it opened for a wee bit. I never went to the gym. I was like, fuck the gym. I don't even fucking want to get back to the gym. I was in such a fucking weird place in my head, but I saved all this money. So, hang me ends, me and my girlfriend at the time were like, this isn't going to work. So, we split up, and I'm going to do just eating the Chinese. So I'm doing just eating the Chinese, but I'm taking it easy at this point. I'm going doing some self-development.
I'm minted.
Right? This is fucking
Off the
easy.
gas.
And then start getting back into the gym. You split with your girlfriend, you're like, I'm going to get fucking jacked. But I'm watching different people on YouTube at this point. Like, I'm watching strength athletes, and I'm like, I want to do that. And I remember going to some of my mates, and they're like, oh, I can't believe you can't even lift this. And I was like, I'll lift more than you. and that just sparked me. And I was like, I'll lift more nor yous. And see that, like I blew past them and more. And it's not even, I don't even think about that anymore. But at the time, that was like the motivation. I'm going to go in the gym and I'm going to lift more than yous in a year. And yous have been got to the gym the full time. That was just, I don't know why, just like, pure ego driven.
Yeah.
And then I was like, and then it got to a point where I was like, I've caught up with him already. I was like, this new style of training is working. I was like, I'm going to be a PT. And obviously at the time, you're like, right, I'm just going to get people jacked, get people six packs. And this PT course takes so long. But I've got a camera at this time, so I'm making random bits of content. So I'm getting like hanging in front of the camera. And then get my PT qualification. Next day, I message people like, oh, I start here. Gym 24, like, come up and see us. I was like, walked in, and they're like, you need to do hours. I'm like, I don't really want to do hours. Straight away, I knew I didn't want to do hours, but I'm like, cool. Go in. But by this point, my life's been...
How old are you at this point?
25.
That's when I started.
25, aye. So I'm 25 by this point. But see, by that point, my life there was no stress.